When you sell a property, there's always a way to avoid paying taxes on the gains, but it depends on how you own it. I'm going to break it down for you. You can own a property as a primary residence or an investment property. Let's talk primary residence first because that's an even better benefit. Real estate investors can own properties in a primary residence status. There's a couple different ways of doing this, but you can do a live-in flip. You could live in a fourplex and rent out the other 3 units. You could rent a house and rent out the other rooms. If you live in a property like this, for 2 of the last 5 years, and then you sell it, that property will be treated as a primary residence and you will get the capital gains exclusion. You don't have to pay capital gains on up to $250,000 if you're single or $500,000 if you're married. Again, this applies to primary residences, and that's a great benefit. Now let's talk about if it's a true investment property, a rental property that someone else has lived in for a while. When you go to sell that property, let's say it made $800,000 because you owned it for 15 years. If you take that $800,000 of gain and do a 1031 exchange, also sometimes called a like-kind exchange, which means you never receive that money and use it, but keep that $800,000 of gain and put it into your next investment property, you have postponed paying taxes on that money. Now, when you sell the next property that you rolled it into, and if you took that money into your account and wanted to use it, then you'd be taxed on it. But you could just keep doing 1031 exchanges into the future, keep that money in real estate, and potentially avoid ever paying taxes on it. So keep in mind, there is a capital gains exclusion for primary residences, up to $250,000 if you're single, $500,000 if you're married. That's the best benefit if you find a way to make that work. And then there is a 1031 exchange for investment properties when you sell a true investment property that doesn't qualify as a primary residence. That money can be rolled into the next property and you won't be taxed on it. Which one of these do you think you could do?